All right, guys, I hope you're excited like I am for our Colorado trip up to the Rocky Mountains for 4 nights and 5 days. It's going to be a blast, and there's a lot for us to do to get prepared for that. I'm going to give you things to get prepared mentally and spiritually, and this video is about getting prepared physically. So what we're going to talk about is some certain exercises. Some of you may know all of these exercises, and that's great. Some of you this may be new to. I challenge you to start light, and over the next coming weeks, just gradually build, gradually build. We're going to talk about exercises, and we're going to talk about food and drink as well. All right, so let's get it. All right, y'all, so we're off of Christmas and Thanksgiving holidays, and if you're like me, we've eaten a lot, so it's time to get in shape. So let's do this. We're going to start with legs. Obviously, we're going to do a lot of hiking uphill for 5 days in a row, summiting this 13,000 something foot mountain. So I'm going to show you just a couple of different exercises that you can start working on. These are also good for cardio because that's a really big thing. When you're up in high elevation, oxygen is less dense and it's going to be harder on your lungs. So adding cardio to this as you progress is going to be really good, and I'll show you how to do that. Some of you probably know how to do all of these things. That's great. Do them. If this is new to you, take your time, gradually bring yourself through this. You can start with squats. Now, you can do it with weight, or you can just start out with air squats. So a good squat, I'll show you from the side, good form is very, very important. When you squat, you want to keep your feet about shoulders width apart, maybe a little bit wider. Generally speaking, your toes are straight or maybe a little bit out, pointed out. Never point your toes inward like pigeon-toed or whatever. So your feet about shoulders width apart or a little bit wider. Your chest high. I like to keep my arms up to remind myself to keep my chest high. And when you squat, never ever roll around your lower back. Don't do this. That is really bad for your back. Stick your butt out, okay? So a squat is you come down, sticking your butt out, you come back up. That's an air squat, all right? You want to just hold your hands like this, like you're praying. You can do that and pray for one another as your air squat, okay? If you can't go all the way down like this, just go down as far as you can. Some people put a chair down below and they squat down to the chair and come back up. So do it like that. That'd be great. Facing you is just regular air squats. If you want to add weight, you can add weight. One of the good things to do to add weight to squats, you can get a dumbbell, or if you're just in your garage, you don't have a dumbbell, you can get a can of paint. Obviously, you need to have paint in it because that would be weight. But this is called a goblet squat because when you hold this like this, it kind of looks like a goblet. If you're holding a paint can, hold it on the bottom, that sort of a thing. Goblet squat, same form, same idea, just holding this up. This adds weight to your legs, and it also engages your upper body muscles. Keep it straight ahead, stationary, goblet squats. All right. Next is lunges. Now, there's a rule of thumb with lunges, especially if those of you like Tom, you got bad knees. We're all getting older. Our joints are kind of not operating like they used to do. So there's a rule of thumb that when you squat, you don't want your knee to go past your feet. Hope I'm in the right angle with this for you guys. So drop this back leg down to the ground, your knee touch the ground. Keep this as best you can as a 90 degree. Keep the knee over the heel. You don't want to allow the knee to go over the foot because it adds pressure to the knee. If you don't have bad knees, it's not going to mess them up. Just if you do have bad knees, it's going to hurt. So the idea is not to move forward, it's to move down. Drop that back knee and come back up. There's different ways of doing this. You can step forward and drop it. I like to step back. Who knows? Both are good. Step back, drop that back knee, and come back up. Step back, drop that back knee, and come back up. Again, just like the air squats, if you want to add weight to it, you can add weight to it. When you start progressing doing these squats, and you want to start building cardio into it, and you get some kind of balance, your balance is getting better, you can do jump lunges. So that's this idea. So from the side, it's just kind of keep my hands up, keep my chest straight out. That sort of thing. Same thing with air squats. You can do jump squats, so a jump into it. That adds cardio, and it also increases your legs as well. You can use the paint can or a dumbbell, and when you do a squat, you can pass the weight in between your legs like this. That just kind of adds weight. Keep your back straight as best you can. Another thing is when you do these, if you do them back to back, that's going to add cardio. You can probably tell I'm a little bit winded. I've done no cardio. I've been eating a lot since Thanksgiving and Christmas. All right, so you got your squats, you got your lunges, you can add weight to it. If you're just starting, just do 10, but do 3 sets of 10. Do 10, wait a minute or two, do 10 more, wait a minute or two, that sort of a thing. So that's legs. We're going to need those for a trip to Colorado, and core is next. All right, really the core is the most important set of muscles in your body because it creates better balance. Imagine if you got your heavy pack on, I don't know, 30, 40 pounds, and you're walking this line behind each other and you're doing this kind of stuff. Your core is going to keep you balanced. Your core, a stronger core, actually helps for prevent injuries in your lower back as well. So we want to exercise our core. If you do 3 exercises a week, 1 exercise you work on the lower body, the legs. 1 exercise, one day you work on core. The last exercise you work on upper body and throw some major workouts in there as well. And I'll show you what those are in a minute. Core, I got a mat. I'm just here in my garage. And you want to do you don't have to do full sit-ups. You want to cross your fingers like this, put them behind your back, your head. You don't want to, watch out buddy, you don't want to strain your neck, so this takes the weight off of your neck. And just do just a regular crunch up like this. So you crunch, hold for a second, and drop. These are just regular crunches. Move, watch out, move. You can throw in your obliques. The way you throw in your obliques is you pull your knees to one side and your shoulders are still flat on the ground. Same move, Duke. Your same hands crossed, your fingers crossed and then behind your head. And then do a crunch. Think about this left elbow going towards your right hip. That throws workouts into your obliques. There's so many different ways to do crunches. You can put the bottoms of your feet together like this. Put your hands, fingers, and your thumbs touching, and put that behind your lower back or your tailbone to stabilize your lower back, and then just raise your legs. If you want to add more weight to it, stretch out your legs and do leg raises like this. If you want to add more weight to it, or just add more exercise to it, do circles like that. Another thing you can do, again, your hands behind your head, right knee up, left elbow out, and these are cycles or bicycles. So if you did 10 of each of those a couple times a week, if you did, I think I showed you 4 different forms. If you did 10 of each of those, that's 40 different crunch core exercises. If you did those 2 or 3 days a week, throwing those into your leg exercise or whatever, that's going to build your core really fast and really well. So that's core. Another thing to throw into, There's a lot of great articles written on the plank. Watch out, buddy. Watch out. Keep your back straight. You can either plank on your hands or on your elbows. You don't want to put your butt in the air, or you don't want to lower it like that. Keep it straight. I guess that's straight. You can tell me. You're looking. Do a plank as long as you can. If you want to do for 30 seconds, take a minute break, another 30 seconds. And it's fun to time yourself. If you do this for a couple of weeks, you should be able to add another 30 seconds to it. After a while, believe it or not, you can end up doing a 5 or 10 minute plank. Okay, that's core. Next is major body. All right, guys, now I'm going to work on some more of the major, what I call major, I think more full body workouts. These can also add to cardio as well. So to start light, maybe you've heard of burpees. I'll show you burpees in a second. But if you don't want to jump straight to doing burpees, which are an excellent workout, and it's going to really make me winded, you'll see, you can start by doing walkouts. So I'll kind of try to do it at an angle. So you're standing straight up, you're bending down, grabbing the floor, and you're just walking yourself out. If you want to throw a push-up in there, it's even better. And then walking yourself back up like that. Okay, so that's a walkout. If you progress a little bit past that and you want to throw in burpees, a burpee, watch out, buddy. Watch out. A burpee is, well, it looks like this. That's a burpee. You don't have to do a push-up if you're not ready to throw a push-up into there. You can just do this and then back up. But if you want to push yourself, throw a push-up in there. If after a while you're doing burpees and you feel like you're doing well with those, or if you just want to add to that, you can do what's called man makers. Man makers adds weight. It's kind of like a burpee and a push-up and a bunch of other crap in there that makes it really hard and really fun. So 2 dumbbells. You can pick up dumbbells real cheap at Academy. Grab 2 dumbbells. You're standing straight. You come down, dumbbells on the floor. There's the burpee idea. Push up. Come back up. Curl. Press. Down. Lunge. Lunge. That's 1, okay? I'll do it again. All right, so you start at the top, you come down, you do a burpee with a push-up, back up, curl, press, down, lunge, lunge. Okay, burpee, curl, press, lunge. Burpee, curl, press, lunge. I'll do it one more time, okay? Come down, burpee, curl, press, lunge. All right, those are man makers. If you want to do like 10 burpees and 10 man makers a couple times a week, that's really going to add cardio, and it's a major workout because it engages a full body in your workout. So those are really good to throw into those workouts for you. All right, another full body workout is called suitcase deadlifts. So you got your 2 dumbbells like this. Your feet are closer together than shoulders width. Not all the way, but maybe 5 or 6 inches apart or so. You want to keep that lower back straight again. Never do you have a workout where you round your lower back. You always stick your butt out. So if I'm looking at you, think about picking up a suitcase with good form. So you're bending over, looking straight ahead, and coming back up. Then you throw in a curl and a press. All right? So from the side, got your dumbbells, 1 in each hand. Stick your butt out, your chest high. Come down, straight up, curl, and press. All right. If you want to do deadlifts and you don't have a bar, use your dumbbells. Keep them in front. Keep your lower back, your back straight. Look up. Your feet maybe about shoulders width apart. Keep your legs straight, and then gradually go down, and then come back up. These work your hamstrings, your calves, all of those. Great workout. Great full body workout. All right. So we've worked on several different parts of the body, legs, core, upper body, full body. Throw those in. You want to do 3 workouts a week. So just think Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, however you want to do that. But do 3 workouts a week at least. Push yourself. If you start exercising, you start getting lightheaded, stop, take a break. Take a 5-minute break, drink you some water, go a little bit further. But the more you push yourself just a little bit, the better it's going to be. If you do your workouts and you're not pushing yourself, you're not doing it right. But you don't want to kill yourself at the same time. But the next thing I want to talk about is the 80% rule. You can do all these workouts, but if you eat crap, it's not going to help at all. 80% of good fitness is what you put in your mouth, what you put in your gully. So you want to eat right. So I challenge you guys, and I'm challenging myself now, to drop your sugar intake. Now, if you're like me, I'm not going to completely drop sugar 100% because I love cookies. But I'm going to really decrease the amount of sugar that I eat. I don't drink sodas at all, especially when I'm training for a big event like this. I cut out all sodas. Sodas are really bad for you, especially the diet sodas and even the sugar-free sodas, because they have aspartame, and aspartame is really not, it's a chemical, it's not man-made. I mean, it's man-made, it's bad for you. So I challenge you to cut out sugars as best you can, drop the intake, cut out sodas completely, and I challenge you to cut out alcohol as well. Some of you already don't drink alcohol, which is great. If you like having a beer every now and then, I challenge you to completely cut out alcohol as well. So what you want to do is drink 100 ounces of water every day. What I do is I use an Nalgene. These you can get at REI, like I got this one. You can get them at Academy. I believe you can order them off Amazon. They're real cheap. I don't know, probably 15, 20 bucks or so, maybe even less than that. These hold 32 ounces of water. I drink at least 3 of these a day when I'm training. I should be drinking 3 even when I'm not training. But when I'm working towards a big event like this, that's going to require a lot of energy. You want to hydrate as best you can. So throw in 3 Nalgenes of water every day, at least 3. If you can do more, that's even great. Sometimes I buy those little sweetener packs, like stevia or whatever. I can't remember what they use. My wife gets them at the grocery store. They're kind of flavored different, like strawberry or grape or whatever. Add to it because it tastes good and it's sweet and it helps me want to drink more water. Or if you just want to drink it straight water, that's great. But another thing that's good with this is you're going to be drinking a heck of a lot of water on our mountaineering whenever we're backpacking up in the mountains. So you want to get used to it anyway. Cut out all sodas. Majorly drop your sugar intake. If you really want to go for it, cut out sugars completely, and then drink a lot of water. Okay, that's water intake. Then lastly, you want to cut out all fried foods, and you want to concentrate on lean meats, vegetables, and some fruit. Not a whole lot of fruit, but lean meat and vegetables. You want to increase your protein intake. You're going to be breaking down a lot of muscles whenever you do these exercises. As you very well may know, protein are the building blocks of muscles, and it builds those muscles back up. So a good rule of thumb is, you know, a gram of protein per body weight if you want to build muscle, or 75% of your body weight, that many grams of protein a day. I know those things are hard to keep track of, but once you get used to it, it gets easy. I eat 3 eggs for breakfast every morning after my workout, and then I get protein powder, throw that into my daily routine, and I concentrate on chicken, turkey, some beef, and then a lot of vegetables. Limit your number of starches that you take, like potatoes. Sweet potatoes are great for you. And your complex carbs like oatmeal, those sorts of things are really good. Simple carbs like breads, pasta, those you want to limit your intake of that as well. So you eat clean, that's 80% of getting in shape and getting fit. So if you do that and you do these exercises between now and July, you're going to be great for this. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm so excited to be with you guys in Colorado in July.